Here we have a Hewlett-Packard NV DV6. The screen has been broken, so we are going to replace it. Before you take anything apart, you need to take out the battery. Once you've removed the battery, you need to remove the bezel, which is the plastic border around the screen. To do that, you need to expose the screws underneath the sticker over the speaker. And to do that, you have to peel up the sticker by taking a knife and peeling up one corner to expose one screw on the right, and you could do the same on the left, and there's another on the left, and then there are two more in the middle. So you can go ahead and peel the sticker all the way into the middle. Don't peel it all the way off though, so that when you're putting it back on, you'll be able to put it back on evenly. So take the left and peel it all the way until you can see the sticker, but leave a little bit on, and then do the same thing with the right. Then take a screwdriver and carefully unscrew the 4 screws, and you have to keep them separate. They're all different sizes, so you need to find a way to keep them all in order. So you can go ahead and remove the screw on the right, and the two in the middle, and then the one on the left. When you've done that, you need to remove the bezel itself, and to do that, you have to get your fingernails in between the screen and the bezel and just carefully peel away from the screen. It will pop and creak a little bit, but you just have to peel it away carefully and go slowly and carefully. So do that all the way around the top and down the sides, but to get it off on the bottom, it's a little bit trickier. To get it off from the bottom, you're going to have to close the laptop a little bit so that you can disconnect the bezel from the silver tape underneath. And to do that, you can just take the screwdriver and carefully separate the two. Be very careful not to tear anything or move anything away from where it's supposed to be. And then to remove it, you need to bring it down even more and carefully pry the bezel away from the hinges. And then you can simply just pop it off. When you've done that, you can see that there are 4 more screws, 2 at the top and 2 more at the bottom, and you need to remove those. Again, take a small screwdriver, and you need to very, very carefully remove them and keep them separate. When you've removed all the screws, you can carefully take the screen and bend it down and just lay the old screen down on the keyboard and carefully lift it up a little bit. and when you open it a tiny bit, you'll be able to see that the webcam connector is connected to the screen and the laptop itself, so you need to disconnect them. And to do that, carefully take the screwdriver and just peel them apart from each other. Once you've disconnected that, you can bring the screen back up, and the next step is you need to disconnect the connector pin that is connected to the screen. And to do that, you just carefully take a knife or a screwdriver and pop it underneath. Once you've removed the tape, you need to carefully pull the connector pin out, and it will pop right out. Then you can go ahead and remove the old screen. There it is with the crack in it. And you need to start to apply the new one by connecting that webcam to the top and then connecting the connector pin to the new screen down on the bottom. So if you lay that screen down on the keyboard, you can connect the old pin and then line everything up and place that back up. You then need to put the screws back in to screw the screen in place, so you can do the bottom right and the bottom left, and then you can move on to the top two to keep it in place. At this point, you might want to turn on the computer just to be positive that everything is working fine. So you put back in the battery and press the power button, and if it powers up, you'll see that screen and you'll be good. This screen came with a protective film, so at this point you can go ahead and take that off. You won't be needing it anymore now that you know the screen is working. It also came with a little black tab at the bottom, so you just need to rip that and pull that right off to expose the inner parts. So then you need to take the bezel and put that back on. To get the bottom in, you're going to have to clip the bezel into the little hinges at the bottom that you removed them from. And to do that, you're going to have to bend it forward a little bit, and then you can go ahead and clip it into the top and to the sides, all around. Then you need to put the screws back in, so make sure that you have the right screws and just screw them right back into where you took them out. Starting with the bottom left and the bottom right, and then go to the ones in the middle. When you've done that, you're going to want to take the sticker and realign it over the speaker. That is the final step, and then your computer is repaired.